Okay, what did we leave off on yesterday? 27? We did 27. Okay, so we got to do 28. Oh, yeah, right. So we're not going to do 28 and 29 because we're not solving things by graphing. Oh, we did this problem, right? Okay. All right. Oh, yeah, dividing polynomials. Dividing polynomials. Everybody loves dividing polynomials. So the first thing we'll do is we will review dividing the polynomials by long division, and then we will review dividing polynomials by synthetic division. Okay? So I'm going to go x cubed plus 7x squared plus 15x plus 9 divided by x plus 1. And away we go. I'll give you a second. Time's up. Alright, well, last chance. Last chance. Alright, Kat, what goes first? What's x cubed divided by x? What's the first term divided by the first term? X squared. Good. So x cubed divided by x is x squared. And then you take and you multiply both of these things by the x squared. So x squared times x is x cubed. X squared times 1 is x squared. And then now we're going to subtract. So x cubed minus x cubed, those cancel. 7x squared minus x squared is 6x squared. When you're adding and subtracting things, the things that you're adding and subtracting don't change. And then you bring down the 15x, and then you play again. Okay? Tie. What is 6x squared divided by x? 6x. Thanks, Eli Tie. Then I take this 6x and multiply those two things by that. What's 6x times x? 6x squared. And what's 6x times 1? Okay. Then I'm going to subtract. What do I get when I subtract? Subtracting. (9x). Bring down the 9 and go around one more time. Jimmy doesn't love us anymore. Austin, what's 9x divided by x? There you go. It's not that bad, right? So you put a plus 9 right there. What do you get when you multiply x plus 1 by 9? What do you get when you multiply x plus 1 by 9? What's 9 times x? 9x, and then 9 times 1 is 9, so you get 9x plus 9. If I subtract those things, I get 0, so I'm done, and that's my answer. Really, that's it? Well, it's my catchphrase. Hey, Joe. Oh, hey, Joe. Someday I'm gonna be like a late night TV host, and every once in a while, during every show, just randomly, Joe's just gonna walk across the stage. I'll be like, "Oh, hey, Joe." Yeah, just like at some random time. I'll be sitting there interviewing some famous person, and then Joe will just walk across and be like, "Oh, hey, Joe." All right, Carter. Let's play again, shall we? What is 2x cubed divided by x? (2x squared). What do you get when you multiply 2x squared times x? 2x cubed, good. What do you get when you multiply 2x squared times negative 4? What? Good, negative 8x squared. Alright, tricky part. Everybody be careful. Tricky part. Yeah, chicken heart. Tricky part. We're subtracting. Okay, we're subtracting. So 2x cubed minus 2x cubed cancels. Negative 7x squared minus negative 8x squared is really negative 7x squared plus 8x squared. Okay, because the two negatives become a positive. So what do you get from that? 1x squared. And then I'm going to bring down the negative 7x and start again. Okay? I think you did. Anthony? X squared divided by x is what? What? X. So now I have to multiply both these things by x. X times x is x squared. What's x times negative 4? Yeah. Negative 4x. Good. Alright, so same thing with, we just worked through with Carter. We're subtracting, okay? So if I go negative 7x minus negative 4x, I'm really going negative 7x plus 4x. What do you get from that? Negative 3x. Some of you guys, Kat, Carter, and Anthony, when you're subtracting these, you're wanting to cancel the x's or the x squareds or whatever. That doesn't happen, okay? 5 chickens minus 2 chickens is 3 chickens. It's not just 3. So anytime you're adding or subtracting, you don't cancel the thing that you don't cancel what the object is. You just change the number of them that you have. All right. Okay. So then let's bring down the 13. Aaron, finish it out. What's negative 3x divided by x? Negative 3. Negative 3. I don't know. Okay, now multiply those together. Plus 12, okay? Then if I subtract, those cancel. 13 minus 12 is 1. So in this case we have a remainder of 1, which means x minus 4 is not a factor of the other one. Okay? How'd you do, Kate? Did you get it right? Okay, you sound confident and enthusiastic. Yeah, you're good? Okay. Nice job. Well played. Okay. So, like I said, the first one had a remainder of 0, which meant it is a factor. The second one had a remainder of 1, which meant it is not. Max, how would you tell whether this is a factor of that or not? What's the fast way of doing that? Okay, so Max says let's take, so he goes 2 cubed plus 2 squared minus 10 times 2 plus 8 is 8 plus 4 minus 20 plus 8 is 0. So that means yes. Okay, so you guys see what he did there? Why did he choose to plug in 2 and not negative 2? Because you always do the opposite. You set it equal to 0. Yeah, and then that's a quick way of telling if it goes in there and you get 0 as an answer, then that means that x minus 2 is a factor. Okay, Maddie, so how would you do that with 34? And there's another way. Okay, good. We could also do this using synthetic division. So I could take and go 1x cubed, 1x squared, negative 10x plus 8. What goes in the box? 4. Bring down the 1. 4 times 1 is 4. Add those together, you get 5. 4 times 5 is 20. Add those together, you get 10. 4 times 10 is 40. Add those together, you get 48. So is it a factor or not? Nope. So using synthetic division is the same thing as plugging the number into the polynomial. So you can go either way with those. Okay? Alright, so let's do some division using synthetic division. Easiest, best thing ever. Joe, you ready? Your day's about to get better. Here we go. What goes in the box? Okay, -5. How many x cubes do I have? How many x squareds do I have? How many x's do I have? And how many numbers? -5. Okay, so bring down the 1. -5 times 1 is -5. Add those together, get 0. -5 times 0 is 0. Add those together, get -1. -5 times -1 is 5. And add those together and get 0. Okay, thank you. So since we started with an x cubed, what's this? It goes down 1. Okay, yeah, so this would be 1x squared plus 0x minus 1. That is my answer. That's what I get when I divide. Of course, you can just write that as x squared minus 1, but, you know, whatever. Okay? All right, let's try another one of those. Eli, what goes in the box? Huh? -10? Okay, yeah, sure. What numbers go here? And what else? Good, don't forget you need the regular old number, okay? So bring down the first number, -20, add those together, -6, multiply and get 60. Add those together, get 2, multiply those together, -20, add those together and get -20. So what would you say my answer is? Eli. You can answer everyone else's questions, but not yours? Oh, Ty tells Eli, and then Eli says it out loud? Okay. We started with x cubed again, right? So yeah, that means the first one is going to be 1 below that. So 2x squared minus 6x plus 2. What's the -20 remainder? So my answer is 2x squared minus 6x plus 2 with a remainder of -20. All right. All right, and run one more of these. Kate, what goes in the box for number 37? And then be careful. What are my numbers? 5, 8, nice. Yeah, good. So don't forget, you got to go in order, okay? So 5x cubed, 8x squared, no x's, and then minus 60. All right, so bring down the 5, multiply, you get 10, add, you get 18, multiply, you get 36, add, you get 36, multiply, you get 72, add, you get 12. So, Kate, what is... Okay, synthetic division. Wave of the future, gotta love it. Okay. So then we can also use synthetic division to do what Max did in the previous problem without having to plug it all in. In these ones, you can just plug it in and figure it out that way if you want. But you can also use synthetic division. Gabby, do you want to just plug the -2 in, or do you want to use synthetic division? Just plug it in. Okay. So 2 times -2 cubed plus 5 times -2 squared plus 7 times -2 minus 4. So -2 cubed is -8. -8 times 2 is -16. -2 squared is 4. 5 times 4 is 20. -2 times 7 is -14, and then -4. Negative 34 plus 10 is negative 14. The final answer. Okay, which is what you would get as your last thing if you did that using synthetic division instead. Okay, so we're going to do that again. Joe, do you want to just plug in the one, or do you want to use synthetic division? What's that? You don't know? Flip a coin. Oh, Aaron says do the plug-in thing. Alright, well that's pretty easy because we're just plugging in 1. So 1 cubed minus 4 times 1 squared plus 2 times 1 plus 3. So I just took all the x's and replaced them with 1's. So 1 minus 4 plus 2 plus 3 is 2. Okay? How are we doing so far? Okay. All right. Okay, then we did this whole weird thing where we could figure out what the possible rational roots of things were. So for number 40, we're just listing them. We're not figuring out which ones actually work. So Maddie, it's the factors of 6 divided by the factors of 1. And what are the factors of 6? 2, 3, 6, and don't forget our old pen 1. Okay, yep, and then they're all going to be plus or minus. And then technically these would be divided by the factors of 1, but the factors of 1 are just 1, so there's nothing to do there. Okay, so plus or minus 1, 2, 3, and 6, and we don't even have to check and see which ones work. Okay, so Gabby, back to you. It's the factors of this divided by the factors of this. What are the factors of 2? Good. Plus or minus 1 and plus or minus 2 divided by what are the factors of 3? Plus or minus 1 plus or minus 3. So if we were going to try to figure out which of these answers work using synthetic division, those are the choices that we would start with. Okay? Okay, how about number 42, Anthony? What are the factors of 12? Okay, good. So those are the factors of 12. What are the factors of 4? Okay. So again, you don't have to figure out which ones of those actually work. You just have to list them. Okay. All right. So last one of those. Eli, for number 43, what are the factors of 7? And that's going to be divided by the factors of 3. You got that one? Or you wish you got that one. Okay. All right, any questions on that? Okay. It's really all you have to do, yeah. What's that? Is that a B? Oh, it's a 3. How's that? Okay. I thought you meant like flying around in the room. Like, was that a bee? Like, what? No, it's 20 degrees outside. All right, so let's find some rational roots. Let's actually do this. Okay. Let's use this process to figure it out. So Max, for 44, first of all, what are the factors of 21? Okay. All right, which one do you want to try? I go with no, because you know it's got to be negative, right? Because all these are positive. Okay, so let's try negative 3. So 1, negative 3, negative 1, 3, 7, negative 21. Bam, nice job. Okay. Okay, so that leaves us with x squared minus x plus 7 equals 0. So all we need to do for this, because we're trying to find only the rational roots, is can this factor? Are there two numbers that multiply together to be positive 7 and add to be negative 1? No, because the only two numbers that multiply together to be 7 are 7 and 1, so that's not going to work. So the only rational root for that is negative 3. Okay? Everything else is some weird decimal thing. Okay? So done. Alright, Carter, how about for 45, let's list our possible ones first. What are the factors of 5? Just 1 and 5. So I've got 1x cubed, 5x squared, 1x, and 5. Do you guys see why I told Max and I were talking and figured out that the one had to be negative? Because these are all positive, we got to get it to be 0, something's going to have to be negative. So for 45, choose either negative 1 or negative 5. Negative 1, give that one a try. Alright, so bring the 1 down, negative 1 times 1 is 0. Bring the 5 down, negative 1 times 5 is negative 5. Add those together, negative 4, and that gives me 4, which doesn't get me 0. What? You mean this? Okay, sorry. Add those together and get 4. Negative 1 times 4 is negative 4. Add those together, get negative 3. Multiply those together and you get 3, which is not 0. Okay, so that one's out. So let's try negative 5. 1, so negative 5, 0, 0, 1, negative 5, 0. Okay? Okay, and then that leaves us with x squared plus 1 equals 0, which is pretty easy to solve. We just subtract 1 and take the square root, but if we did that, we would get imaginary numbers, and we only want the rational roots. So just like in the one Max did, the only answer to that one is x equals negative 5. Okay? Alright, and then I want to kill number 46 and number 47 because you just spend too much time guessing and checking. Okay? Okay. How about this, Kate? If I know that 1 minus I is a root, what's another one? If I know that this is a root, what? It is. If I know that 5 is a root, no, tricked you, just the square roots. So that's just 5. Yep. So the only additional root that we know for sure is if we have a 1 minus I, then we're going to have a 1 plus I. Okay? You only have to do the square roots. Okay? So Austin, if I know that 5 plus the square root of 3 is, right, then 5 minus the square root of 3 is also 1. And if I know that negative square root of 2, then what's another one? Positive square root of 2. Okay? Got an easy one. Nice job. Aaron, how about if negative 3i is a root, positive 3i is also 1, and if 7i is a root, negative 7i is also 1. Okay. No, only with square roots is there plus and minus. Okay, Ty, if negative 2 plus the square root of 11 is a root, Negative 2 minus the square root of 11 is also a root. Notice I'm only changing the sign on the square root thing, not on the whole number. And then if negative 4 minus 6i is a root, then negative 4 plus 6i is also a root. Okay? Okay, so we got off to a little slow start today because we took a little trip to Germany, but we still have all day tomorrow to finish this up. So we'll finish our review tomorrow. Okay, yep, got advisory today, so we're out a little bit early.